Hi, Recovery Girls. It's Misty here, and I was just thinking this morning, talking to a couple of my girlfriends, about the different phases we've each been in our lives. We've each, and I personally, have been on both sides of the recovery coin in terms of what program I'm working. I've been the addict for sure, and I've been the codependent or the victim um, of someone else's choices. So, and played that role with a capital V, I would say, brilliantly. So, for a long time, I saw myself really as the victim of the addict in my life and his choices. And I was in so much pain over that. I really let him have it. I was controlling, I was shaming to him. I um, I put him down. I criticized. I would make a big production of my anger to try to motivate him to change. And none of that was good for him. It wasn't good for me. It it was not a healthy way of handling the things that were happening. Then as time went on, and that relationship began to change, I started getting healthier and having some boundaries in that relationship, and life started to improve. Well, later on, years later, then I became the one who started making the messes in my life. I was the one that was making choices outside of really my value system, my belief system, and I was creating messes that I was ashamed of and that I was responsible for. And all of a sudden, I realized the voice that I had been in the life of the addict, that I had been so critical and just beat him up emotionally. And now here I am. I was the one needing help, needing grace, needing someone to speak truth to me. It was very humbling. And in each instance, I needed my higher power to help me get back on track. And in the case of when I was the codependent, fear was on the throne and anger was on the throne instead of God. And my reactions were on the throne. In the case of being the addict, I was on the throne. I was the one that wanted what I wanted when I wanted it. So, in either instance, I needed to get God back on the throne. So, we have a plan in recovery that helps us to do that. Step one is admitting that I'm powerless over this problem, over this craving, this addiction, this other human being. Step two is that I come to believe that God can restore me to sanity. And in step three, I let him. I let him do it. I think I'll turn it over and allow him to be God and get myself back in right position. That's a good start. So I pray that for you today. If you need to practice allowing God to be God, I pray the knowledge of God's will for you in that and the power to carry that out. Stay the course in recovery. I'll be on it too.